Hey dudes and chicks, and neither if those rules don't apply to you. Welcome to Makeup for Lost Time. My name is Katie. Today I'm going to do a look that I can pretty much guarantee is going to be a man killer. So it's like basically like I know this look can't fail. It's going to make my eyes look super blue. It's going to make all my best features pop. It's going to be a look that's irresistible, fucking guaranteed. And so I'm just going to get right into it. So I'm using my Venus XL palette. For those of you that don't have it, it's pretty pricey. It's $58, but literally like I say, like it's gonna be bold and it's gonna be outrageous, but it's gonna be super flattering and it's gonna look super sexy. They don't call it a Venus for nothing, right? I'm just gonna kind of bullshit a little bit. I'm gonna start with my Spectrum B06 and I'm gonna go into the color Idolized and I'm gonna use that as a transition shade. So I'm gonna start with the transition first for this particular look. Now, when I first started doing makeup, most of the people that I watch always tap their brush so that you don't get too much excess on here. So I'm just gonna do that. Always start at the outside and bring it in. As I say, like now my style has changed a lot. And so the other thing is back then I could never tell where to put my crease and I would always put it into my crease, and today I just know better. I have to go a little bit above my crease if I want my colors to show. And I'm doing both eyes today just because I'm just bullshitting around. So I've been on basically an unbridled brush bender. I just, I started taking care of my brushes just recently and like washing them after every use because of all the problems that I've been giving myself. Basically, like as it seems like addicts, they don't learn the same way other people learn. Like other people just learn stuff and addicts have epiphanies. Well, I had an epiphany that the reason why my brushes were always dirty was because I wasn't washing them. And so I started taking good care of my brushes, while at the same time making a decision to get more, try some different brands. This Spectrum brush set, I have been waiting for months. It's been sold out, and I was actually just sending somebody a message saying the Spectrum brush is sold out, and I checked the website and it was there, and I literally pushed submit payment before I even knew what I was doing. I was crazed. So that's been going on. These are the Spectrum brushes. I also got the Wayne Goss brushes, which appear to be perhaps the best brushes I've ever fucking used. And also learning that my Zoeva brushes are still the best. I really, for the price, what I got, I mean, they're just so good. So the Wayne Goss brushes are really, really good. But for the price, the Zoeva brushes, like I said, they're like $70 for the set, or I don't know, maybe $90. I think I just went to the website recently and they were $90 or something. But either way, they're still the best. I'm going to use my Zoeva 221 that doesn't have the color on it anymore. And I'm going to go into the color Burnt Gold. So I'm going to tell you guys one of my secrets. You ready? A long time ago, like I was never the kind of girl who like read magazines and stuff like that. Like that just wasn't my thing. I had a boyfriend that we had so many fucking problems in our relationship. It was a very destructive relationship. And one time, him and I read this Cosmo because it like talked about like how to solve your relationship problems. And so sometimes when we would have problems, we would go get a Cosmo and we would take all the quizzes and do all that bullshit. I don't know how many of you guys remember that, but I read in a magazine article a long time ago that men are subconsciously attracted to orange and women are subconsciously attracted to blue. And so the irony of that is a lot of times when women are putting on like a lipstick and they're putting it on to impress a man, which as we've come further as we've progressed, we have all started to admit that we don't really necessarily get dressed for men. We get dressed for other women, right? Whether it's, I mean, things are different now, but like the animosity between women used to be fucking real in my day. So oftentimes if you would put on a lipstick that was like a blue-based red to impress your man, it would actually be more likely that you would impress your man with the orange-based red, but because women are subconsciously more attracted to blue-based colors or cooler tones, they would just automatically be drawn to it. They would automatically be drawn to it and they would think that that would be the color that the guy would love, but really it would be the orange base red that he would love. So having said that, I don't even know if that's a scientific fact or whatever, but I have tested the theory a couple times in a variety of fashions. An example of that is one time I went and applied for a snowboarding instructor job I'm going to use my Zoeva 228, and I'm going to go into the color Aphrodite. It was a job that I may or may not have been qualified for, but I was definitely like totally strung the fuck out. And I had no job experience. I was basically a huge piece of shit. And I went and applied for this snowboarding instructor position on the hill but next to my hometown. And just for a little boost, I wore this orange fleece and I got the job. And whether or not I got the job because the guy just liked me, I don't know. But at the time, I was very fucking certain that the reason why I got the job was because that orange played a subliminal trick on him that he was unaware of. So like I say, like at various different times, I put on orange to pull my trickery and it's worked. And so I don't know, like I say, I don't know if it's true. It's probably just bullshit. So as I was editing, I literally was listening to a Marco Polo from my friend. And it just so happened that as he was getting off of his Marco Polo, he literally pointed out how he has an orange air freshener that matches his orange hoodie. And since he's pretty easy on the eyes and I don't really believe in coincidence, I felt like it could only benefit my viewers if I added these pictures to this particular video. But when I really want to like make an impact on a male, I wear orange. Now, I am going to see one of my ex-boyfriends tonight. I'm really good friends with all my ex-boyfriends except one. There's only one who will not forgive me ever, and I guess I don't blame him, but we were 14. I'm going to see one of my exes, and although I'm not like trying to like snare him in a man trap, which it's been a really long time since I've tried to snare somebody in a man trap. Well, not a long time, not that fucking long, but over 2 years or about 2 years or something. My intention is not that, but I definitely want to look like good enough so that whenever you see your exes and you're like, it's just vindicating. I still look pretty hot and I haven't gained a bunch of weight. I'm quitting smoking again, so that's kind of on the weight gain is on the horizon, but it ain't here yet, bitch. You guys might notice it in the next month or so. I'm usually pretty good about getting it back off, and I usually only gain about like 7 to 10 pounds, but hopefully I can fucking just stay quit this time. So anyways, I'm doing a look to just make sure that like when my ex sees me, he's like, thinks I'm super hot still. I mean, it's okay. It's okay for me to want people to think I'm still super hot. I'm not like trying to get in nobody's pants or fucking do no crazy shit or blah, 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 blah. I just want to still look hot, you know what I mean? So this is the look. This is the no-brainer look. Okay, I'm gonna use my Spectrum A12. It's kind of a pencil brush. It's like halfway between a pencil and a blending. And I'm gonna go into the color Botticelli, and I'm gonna use that to deepen my outer V. Man, it's been a really long time since I've worn a warm tone neutral look, which to me this is a warm tone neutral look. To everybody this might not be, but to me it absolutely is. What is going on in my crease here? That's fucking annoying. So yeah, I smoked as I was going insane about the end of the world. So I'm on like day 7 or 10 or something. I'm using the patch because what I've come to realize is I usually take the patch off really soon, but when I do that and then I get rid of my kid for it fucking 5 minutes, I'm running for the cigarettes. So I decided to do something different this time and just keep wearing my patch even when I didn't feel like it. Okay, now I'm gonna go back in with these other brushes with no additional product, and I'm just gonna blend, 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 blend. And then the Spectrum that had the lightest color. Look at that blend. Perfect. Perfection. And gonna do the same on the other side. So yeah, I'm pretty excited to have a bunch of new brushes. I feel like, and I've been taking really good care of my other brushes, which has been kind of different for me. I just found out yesterday that I'm going back to school on the 18th of May. I don't know when this video will be uploaded. Well, my kid isn't going back to school this year, so she's doing remote learning. I don't know how the fuck they expect me to pull that off, but I always seem to find a way. One of my newer friends offered to take her and help with that, so I'll probably end up taking her up on that. Okay, I'm gonna use my Peaches and Cream glitter base with one of my ABH brushes on the backside of the dual end brush. I think the reason why I like this Peaches and Cream glitter base a little bit better than the NYX glitter primer is purely because I am older and my eyelids, the skin on them is a little bit like looser, and so when I use the NYX glitter primer, it pulls and I can't get the line quite as good, whereas the Peaches and Cream glitter base is a little bit, it's thinner, and so it drags a lot more nicely along my lid. Okay, I'm gonna use the color Love. And I mean, that's not normally the color that I use, but I think it's gonna look really good. It's a little more sultry than what I would normally pick, and a little warmer. I just used the other side of that brush. I'm gonna go back in with the, actually, I'm gonna use that Spectrum. And now I'm gonna do the other side. So yeah, that's stressful as fuck. You guys will have already seen it, but I just did a collab video with a boy named Eric, and he messaged me on Instagram and was like, hey dude, will you do this with me? And I guess I was gonna talk a little bit about how important it is to me to promote and support the LGBTQIA community. And like, I actually messaged him after I filmed the video and I was like, dude, I didn't ask you what your pronouns are and I referred to you as he and him, and is that okay? If not, I can totally re-record the intro. And he was like, you are totally fine. I forgot that was even a thing. And I was like, oh, it's a thing. So what I felt glad about is that I have like enough experience and like knowledge that I knew it was a thing, and I was able to be like respectful and aware of that to actually message him and say like, hey, I forgot to use the pronoun that you prefer. And he was like, I forgot that was even a thing. That's pretty cool. Okay, so now I'm just gonna blend until everything's perfectly blended and it looks like my eyes are like searing. Not like there's makeup on them, but like there's actually fire burning through them. I'm going to use my Volde Morphe JH43, and I'm going to go into the color Botticelli, that darkest color, and I'm just going to put that on the outer edge and the outer rim. What's a rim job? Give it a little rim job. I'm going in with my Volde Morphe JH39, and I'm going to use that to blend this and pull it along all the way almost to the end, to the innest, with the color Aphrodite, by the way, my bad. And then with my Spectrum A13, I'm gonna use the color Burnt Gold to blend that out even more and just smoke it out. This might have been a little bit too big. Oh well. Maybe overdid that, but oh well. I can fix it. Because now I'm gonna use my Spectrum B6 and I'm gonna go back into the color Idolized, and I'm just gonna use that to blow this the fuck out. That looks amazing. I look sick. It's funny, this color story just doesn't appeal to me the same way it used to. Fuck, I used to wear this look every day. I couldn't get enough of it. Never regret keeping this palette though. Cause like I say, it's just so easy. It blends so easy. I'm going up into my temples here cause that's the thing that I do that's weird. God, this blend, look at it. It's like you can't even see the color changes. That looks fantastic. This palette, man, you just can't beat it. I'm gonna go in with this Alter Ego number 8, and I'm gonna go into the color Ethereal. And I'm gonna just I'm just gonna place that right at the center to kind of highlight my lid here. Actually, maybe I won't use a dry brush. I'm gonna spray it. I lied. I've been doing soap brows and I don't really have it perfected yet, but I think once I get the hang of it, it's definitely gonna be the winner. I can't find a fucking brow product that is like perfection. So, okay, and then I'm also going to use my Alter Ego number 6 to go into that color Ethereal, and I'm going to spray my brush, and I'm going to use that as my inner corner highlight. I'm going to use this Volde Morphe M508, and I'm gonna use the color Love, that warm toned shimmer that's on my lid, and I'm gonna use that to kind of just line my lower lid about to the same spot that it is on my top lid. Okay, now I'm going back in with my Volde Morphe JH43, and I'm gonna go back into Botticelli, that darkest color, and I'm just gonna reinforce that because you need that darkness to make this look really sultry, and I would almost say that this color isn't quite dark enough. There's no good look that a little black wouldn't make better. I'm just gonna go back in with these other brushes and just blend it. Ooh, I almost forgot. I'm gonna use that color Ethereal to highlight my brow bone. Okay. And now I'm gonna use my Volde Morphe JH30 with no product, just a clean brush, and I'm just gonna use that to blend. Whenever I do my makeup, I always get a line right here, and I don't know if it's because of the way I hold my brush or just the angle that I'm looking. I just always have a line right there that I can't blend out. And if you can see, you can kind of see it, but like this shadow is like so easy to blend. It's just magical. Okay, I'm going to finish my look and I'll be back with the manifesto and maybe some final thoughts before I go see my ex. I'll be right back. Okay, this is the finished look. I used my Urban Decay 24/7 Gel Glide On Pencil in the color Alkaline. I used my Gimme Glow Cosmetics and Rock On my lips, and then I used my Black Moon Cosmetics eye wigs in the I don't know. So what do you guys think? Is it too much? Do I look really sick? Do you think he's gonna be freaked out? I think it looks really pretty and dusty and sick. I still like to look a little sick. I like brighter colors more now than I really like this, but I think it'll pass. I think I look great. So anyways, this Give Me Glow liquid lip is pretty drying, so it's the first time I've used it. I have a lot of things that they're the first time I've used them. I've been kind of doing that. If you guys want to hear kind of my rundown of all the things that I've gotten and been actually using lately, I kind of have a good little list, and so if you're interested in that, leave me some words in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like this video if you like this look, or if you like hearing me talk a bunch of shit about some shit and stuff. Thank you guys so much for spending your time here. You could have been anywhere, but you were here watching this, and I appreciate you so much. Later.